I'm sprawled on the couch, legs aching from standing all day. Work was a grind, and all I want is to melt into the cushions, maybe scroll through some social media posts to numb my brain. My phone buzzes, the screen lighting up. Aunt Lisa. Weird. She's not the texting type. Calls, sure, holidays, birthdays, but random messages. Never. I swipe it open. You need to see this, Emma. I'm sorry. My stomach does a little flip. Sorry for what? My heart's already thudding. I don't like this, but I'm too curious. Fingers shaky, I tap the video. There he is. Daniel, my little cousin, 26 and smug as hell, lounging in a lawn chair in our grandparents' backyard. I recognize it from the crooked oak tree, the faded patio table. He's got a drink in hand, ice clinking, grin stretched wide like he owns the world. Come on, he's saying, voice sharp with that edge he gets when he's performing. Emma's too dumb to ever kick me out. She just lets me stay there rent-free like an idiot. Laughter cuts through Uncle Mark's booming chuckle, my cousin Sophie's high-pitched giggle. My chest tightens. I hit replay. He's rolling his eyes now, dramatic, like he's on some reality show. She really thinks I'm struggling. Poor little me. Can't afford my own place. Please, I make way more than she even knows. But why waste my money when my idiot cousins got me covered? More laughter. My stomach twists into knots. I'm gripping the phone so hard my knuckles go white. 3 years, 3 damn years he's been crashing in my house, my space. Said he needed help, rough breakup, lost his lease, tears streaming down his face on that call. I just need a little time, Em. I'll get back on my feet soon. And I bought it. Opened my doors, no rent, no bills, just a roof over his head while he figured it out. Now he's laughing at me on camera, smug, carefree. I hit replay again. His words slice deeper each time. Too dumb. An idiot. My reality tilts. I'm not tired anymore. I'm awake. I'm still on the couch, but it's like the air's gone thick. The phone's hot in my hand. Daniel's voice echoes in my skull. Too dumb to ever kick me out. I can't unhear it, can't unsee that grin, smug like he's won something. I tap replay a 3rd time, maybe 4th. His drink sloshes as he leans back. I make way more than she even knows, he says, shaking his head in fake pity. Why waste my money when my idiot cousin lets me live for free? Laughter again. Uncle Mark's louder this time. His chuckle stabs me right in the gut. My house, my rules, my kindness. And he's been playing me for 3 years. Rewind it. He moved in October 2022, bags dumped in my spare room, eyes red from crying. I just need a little time, Em, he'd said, voice cracking. I hugged him, told him, stay as long as you need. I meant it back then, thought I was being a good cousin, thought family's supposed to help. Now I see it. He didn't need me. He wanted easy. Free rent, free food, my almond milk vanishing every week. My Spotify account hijacked for his late-night playlists. I let it slide every time. My stomach's a knot now. Chest feels hollow. I should be shaking mad, screaming, throwing something, but I'm not. I'm still. Air suffocating, but I'm calm. Eerie calm. Like the quiet before a storm. My phone buzzes again. Aunt Lisa. I wasn't sure if I should send this, but you needed to know. I stare at it, fingers hovering. Old me wants to text Daniel. What the hell? Give him a chance to explain. Maybe he was drunk. Maybe he didn't mean it. Old me always gave him the benefit, always smoothed it over. But the me staring at this smug little video, she's done. I type back, thank you, don't say anything to him, I'll handle it. Hit send. The screen goes dark. I lean back. The couch creaks under me, mind's racing. He's been lying to my face 3 years, pretending to struggle, milking me dry while he laughed behind my back. I make way more than she even knows. That's the kicker. He's got money, good money. And I'm the fool who didn't ask questions. I don't sleep that night. Eyes on the ceiling, shadows stretch across the room, every creak, him coming home. But he doesn't. He's probably still out, partying on my dime. I should be furious. Tears should be coming. Rage should be boiling over. But it's not. It's just this quiet, cold thing settling in my bones. I'm not the idiot he thinks I am. Not anymore. He's got no idea what's coming. I almost smile at that. Morning hits. Soft light through the blinds. I'm in the kitchen, coffee brewing. Same routine, but I'm different. Daniel strolls in, clueless, stretching his arms dramatically. Morning, he yawns. Damn, I slept like a baby last night. That guest bed's too comfortable. I smile. Glad to hear it. He doesn't suspect a thing. He's got no idea I know. He grabs my almond milk, pours coffee, hums like he owns the place. 3 years of this. Him taking, me giving. No questions, no pushback. I sip my coffee slow, watching him. So, I ask, casual like it's nothing, what's your plan this month? He frowns. What do you mean? Oh, you know, I shrug. You've been here a while now. I figured you might be thinking about your next steps, looking for a new place, maybe. He lets out a dramatic groan. Ugh, Em, I have so much on my plate right now. Moving's the last thing I need to deal with, plus it's so expensive. Expensive. I fight the urge to laugh. He could afford it. I know that now, but I keep my face neutral. I get that, I say, but you know, I was thinking maybe it's time for some changes around here. He barely looks up from his phone. What kind of changes? I let the silence stretch just long enough for a flicker of tension to creep in. Then, same casual tone. Well, starting next month, I think it makes sense for you to start paying rent. He freezes just for a second, then lets out a breathy laugh. Wait, are you serious? I tilt my head. Yeah, I mean, you've been here 3 years, Daniel, rent-free. I figured it was time. He scoffs. Come on, Em, we're family. You really expect me to pay rent? I hold my coffee cup just beneath my lips, watching him. Yes. The word lands sharp. He leans back, face twisting between amusement and disbelief. Wow, okay. I just wasn't expecting you to pull something like this. Something like this. I've let him stay here out of kindness, out of love, and he's laughed at me for it. Now, he's acting like I'm the bad guy. I force a light chuckle. It's not really a big deal, Daniel. Just basic rent. Nothing crazy. I thought maybe $200 a month would be fair. He's got no clue what's coming. Daniel's jaw drops, coffee cup hovering midair. And $200? That's insane, he says, voice pitching up like I've just asked for his kidney. I raise an eyebrow, leaning against the counter. Not really. It's actually below market rate for this area. You're getting a steal, honestly. He slams his cup down, liquid sloshing over the rim. Are you seriously doing this to me? After everything. I rinse my mug in the sink, calm as ever. Everything. I've let you live here 3 years, Daniel. No rent, no bills. I figured it's time you chipped in. He scoffs, crossing his arms. We're family, Em. You really expect me to pay rent like some random tenant? I turn to face him, drying my hands on a towel. Yes. The word hangs there, sharp and final. He leans back in his chair, disbelief twisting his face into something almost comical. Wow, okay. I just wasn't expecting you to pull something like this. Something like this. Like I'm the one being unreasonable. I've given him a free ride out of kindness, out of love, and he's laughed at me behind my back, called me a fool. Now, he's acting like I've betrayed him. I force a light chuckle, keeping my tone even. It's not a big deal, Daniel. Just basic rent, nothing crazy. $200 a month, fair, right? He shakes his head, setting his coffee down with a sharp clink. Fair? Are you kidding me? I can't believe you're hitting me with this now. His voice rises, but I don't flinch. I've seen the video, heard him bragging. I know he can afford it. I'm not hitting you with anything, I say, folding the towel neatly. I'm just asking for what's reasonable. You've got a job. You've been here long enough. He stares at me, mouth slightly open, like he's waiting for me to crack. To say I'm joking, I don't. You've really changed, huh? He mutters, almost to himself, but loud enough for me to hear. I tilt my head, meeting his gaze. Maybe. Or maybe I've just stopped letting you walk all over me. That lands harder than I expect. His nostrils flare, and for a second, I see the gears turning. He's scrambling for a way to flip this back on me. But I'm not the pushover he thinks I am. Look, I add, casual again, I'm giving you a heads up. Plenty of time to get your finances in order before next month. He blinks, still processing, still expecting me to cave like I always have. I won't. I walk past him, leaving the kitchen quiet except for the drip of his spilled coffee. He doesn't know it yet, but this is just the beginning. A few days pass and Daniel's avoiding me like I've got the plague. Normally, he's all over the house, sprawled on my couch, blasting music, leaving dishes for me to clean. But now, he's scarce, slipping in and out like a ghost. I feel his anger simmering, radiating off him in clipped hellos and slammed doors. He's not used to this, not used to me saying no. I've been too soft for too long, and one little shift has him cracking. Good. Let him feel it. Friday night, I'm curled up in the living room with a book when he storms in. No warning, just raw irritation. So, he says, crossing his arms, are you really serious about this rent thing? I look up, unfazed, setting my book down. Yeah, why wouldn't I be? He scoffs, pacing back and forth like a caged animal. I just don't get why you're doing this now, after 3 years. It makes no sense. I lean back, meeting his gaze. It makes perfect sense, Daniel. You have a job. You make good money. There's no reason you shouldn't be contributing. His lips curl, frustration bubbling over. We're family, Em. Family helps each other. You're really going to treat me like some random tenant? I don't flinch. You're living here like a tenant. Why shouldn't you pay like one? His nostrils flare again, and I can see him grasping for control. Then, like clockwork, he switches tactics. He sighs, dramatic and heavy, softening his voice. Look, I know I joke around a lot. Maybe I don't always show it, but I appreciate you, okay? I've just been going through a lot. Classic Daniel, the guilt trip. I tilt my head, playing along. A lot? He nods, rubbing his temples like the world's weighing him down. Yeah, work, stress, personal stuff. You know, life. I don't talk about it much because I don't want to burden you. I let that sit for a moment, then say, so you have the money then? He blinks, caught off guard. What? You said it's life stress, not financial, I point out, voice light. So paying rent shouldn't be an issue, right? His face twitches just for a second before he masks it. I mean, technically, yeah, I could pay it, he admits, waving a hand. But why should I? You don't even need the money, Em. There it is. He doesn't think he owes me anything. I smile, slow and amused. It's not about whether I need it, Daniel. It's about fairness. He rolls his eyes, bitter laugh escaping. Oh my God, fairness, are you serious right now? I nod, calm as ever, dead serious. He's not winning this one, and he knows it. The first of the month rolls in quiet, but Daniel doesn't. He stomps into the kitchen that morning, acting like nothing's changed, pouring coffee, grabbing one of my protein bars, flopping onto the couch with his phone. He's relaxed, smug even, thinking I've backed down, that my rent talk was just a bluff he'd outlasted. He's wrong. At exactly 9 a.m., his phone buzzes. I watch from across the room, sipping my coffee as he frowns at the screen. He taps it, scrolls, then sits up straight. What the hell? He mutters, turning his phone toward me. Em, I just got an email from some rental management company. What is this? I set my mug down, calm as ever. Oh, right, that's your lease agreement. His mouth falls open. My what? I repeat, like it's the most normal thing in the world. Since you said you weren't paying rent, I decided to formalize everything. That email's your rental contract with the property management company I hired. He blinks, scrolling frantically. This says my first rent payment's due today. I nod, leaning back. That's right. I figured I'd make it official. He lets out a sharp, bitter laugh. Oh my God, you're insane. I raise an eyebrow, unfazed. No, Daniel, I'm just done being taken advantage of. His laughter fades and I see the cracks forming, confidence slipping, mind racing for an out. He flips tactics, softening his voice, pressing a hand to his chest like I've wounded him. Come on, you're my cousin. I thought we were supposed to support each other. I don't budge. We are. And for 3 years, I supported you completely, without asking for a thing in return. He swallows hard, eyes darting. But I wasn't expecting this. You never gave me a warning. I let out a small laugh. I gave you a full month's notice, Daniel. That's more than fair. His face twists, anger flaring again. I don't have the money for this right now. I tilt my head, watching him squirm. That's interesting, because last week I heard you on the phone bragging about buying VIP tickets to that music festival next month. His mouth snaps shut, color draining from his face. Gotcha. I lean forward slightly. So you have the money. You just don't want to pay me, he stammers. That's not... I hold up a hand, cutting him off. Look, Daniel, you've got 2 options. You can sign the lease and start paying rent like a normal adult, or you can move out. Simple. His jaw tightens, seething now, but he knows I mean it. And if I don't do either, he hisses, testing me. I smile, calm and steady. Then, as per the lease terms, you'll get a 14-day notice to vacate. And if you still don't leave, well, I'll have to file for eviction. His eyes go wide. Eviction, he spits, like the word's an insult. You'd actually do that to me? I would, I say simply, because you did this to yourself. He jumps up, pacing, muttering, I cannot believe you're doing this. I pick up my coffee again, voice cheerful. Believe it. Oh, and if you don't pay by end of day, that 14-day notice hits tomorrow morning. He's got nowhere to run now. Daniel doesn't come home that night, or the next, or the one after that. It's his style. Run away, dodge the mess, hope it fixes itself. I'm not surprised. He's always ducked responsibility, banking on me to clean it up. But I'm not his safety net anymore. I'm his landlord now. And I'm ready. 3 days later, it's late, almost midnight. The front door creaks open. I'm on the couch, laptop glowing, pretending to work. But I'm waiting. He steps in, shoes kicked off hard against the wall, hair messy like he hasn't slept. His eyes lock on me and I see it. Fury, raw and unfiltered, simmering behind the exhaustion. He drops his bag on the counter with a thud. We need to talk, he says, voice tight. I close my laptop slow, leaning back. I'm listening. He folds his arms, glaring. You really filed the paperwork? I nod, calm as ever. Yes. He lets out a dry laugh, shaking his head. Jesus, Em, you're seriously evicting me. I raise an eyebrow, meeting his gaze. No, Daniel. I gave you options. You just didn't like them. He steps closer, frustration spilling over. I was gone for 3 days. You didn't even try to talk to me before doing this. I tilt my head, voice steady. Funny. I seem to remember you walking out mid-conversation. His hands clench into fists. You don't get it. I was figuring things out. Figuring things out, I repeat, smirking. Like how to keep living here for free? He flushes red, opening his mouth to argue, but stops. He knows I've got him. Instead, he switches gears, softening his tone, eyes flickering with something like fear. Look, he says, quieter now. I messed up, okay? I shouldn't have said what I said. I was just venting. I didn't mean it. I don't flinch. Yes, you did. He hesitates, voice faltering. No, You called me an idiot, Daniel, I cut in, sharp but controlled. You laughed about how I was too dumb to kick you out. You bragged about playing me for a fool. He looks away, swallowing hard. I heard it, I continue. I watched you say it. So did Aunt Lisa. His head snaps up, eyes wide. You told her? I laugh, short and dry. She told me. His mouth opens, but nothing comes out. He's caught, exposed, no lies left to spin. He exhales sharply, pacing again. Okay, I get it, I screwed up. I stay silent, watching him unravel. He stops, staring at me, desperation creeping in. I don't have anywhere to go, Em. I don't break. I've saved him too many times. I pull up an email on my laptop, scrolling. Actually, I say, that's not true. He frowns. What? I took the liberty of looking into some affordable apartments nearby, I explain, clicking a listing. 3 places within 10 miles, all in your budget. I even talked to a landlord. He'll waive the security deposit if you apply this week. His jaw tightens, anger flaring again. I can't believe you did that. I shrug. Why wouldn't I? You've got a job. You make good money. Remember? He scoffs, shaking his head. You're actually enjoying this, aren't you? I meet his gaze, voice calm. No, Daniel, but I am done being used. He storms off, slamming his bedroom door. He's out of moves, and we both know it. Daniel's quiet the next day. No snarky jabs, no passive-aggressive sighs, just silence as he packs. I catch glimpses of him hauling boxes, stuffing clothes into a suitcase, but he barely looks at me. It's fine. He spent years treating me like a doormat, taking my kindness for granted. Now he's facing the consequences, and it's sinking in. That night, I find him in the living room, half-empty suitcase beside him, staring at nothing. He looks small, almost lost. No trace of the smug cousin from the video. I hesitate, then sit across from him, the air heavy between us. Daniel, I say, breaking the silence. He glances up, eyes tired. What? I study him, the tension in his shoulders, the shadows under his eyes. I don't hate you, I say quietly. He snorts, shaking his head. Could have fooled me. I sigh, leaning forward. I just wish things had been different. He frowns, looking down at his hands. Yeah, he mutters. Me too. I let the silence stretch, then add, you know I didn't do this to hurt you. His jaw tightens. It still feels like you did. I nod slowly, letting that sit. Maybe, but think about it, Daniel. If I hadn't stopped this now, when would you have left? Would you have ever left? His lips part, but no answer comes. He knows I'm right. He's been comfortable, coasting on my generosity, happy to let it go on forever. If Aunt Lisa hadn't sent that video, I'd still be the fool in his game. He exhales, rubbing his temples. I don't know, okay? He trails off, shaking his head. You're smart, Daniel, I say, voice steady. You're capable. You've had the means to take care of yourself for a long time, so why didn't you? He swallows, looking away. Because it was easy, he admits, barely audible. You always made it easy. I sit back, nodding, and that's exactly why I had to stop. He stares at me a long moment, then lets out a quiet laugh. Guess I can't call you an idiot anymore. I smirk, a flicker of warmth breaking through. No, you can't. For the first time in years, we sit there without manipulation, without lies, just 2 cousins, raw and real. It's not perfect, but it's something. The next morning, he's gone. No dramatic exit, just a packed suitcase, a closed bedroom door, and a text an hour later. I'm out. Good luck, Em. I stare at it, lock my phone. I'm not angry, not relieved, just done. The house feels lighter already, like it's mine again. He's on his own now. And maybe that's what he needed all along. A week later, the house is quiet. No slamming doors, no missing groceries, no Daniel sprawling across my space. It's just me. And the silence wraps around like a long overdue hug. I walk through the rooms, footsteps echoing, feeling the weight lift. For years, I let him take up my home, my peace, and I didn't even see it. Now, it's mine again. A knock at the door pulls me back. I open it to Aunt Lisa, standing there with a knowing smile. Well, she says, hands in her pockets. How's it feel? I smile back. Peaceful. She chuckles, stepping inside. I bet. She glances around, nodding approval. Looks better already. I laugh, leaning against the counter. I think so too. She turns to me, expression softening. I know that wasn't easy, kid, but you did the right thing. I sigh, folding my arms. Then why does it still feel weird? She tilts her head, wise eyes steady on mine. Because he's your cousin. I nod, letting that sink in. Yeah, I say, voice quiet. He's my cousin. She steps closer, resting a hand on my shoulder. But that doesn't mean he was good for you, and it damn sure doesn't mean you had to keep letting him use you. I look down, processing her words, then meet her gaze again. Do you think he'll be okay? She lets out a slow breath, shrugging. He'll have to be. She's right, Daniel's been forced to stand on his own. Maybe, for the first time ever, he can't lean on me anymore, and that's not my burden to carry. I gave him chances, kindness, options. He chose this. That night, I sit on the couch with a glass of wine, staring out the window at the quiet street beyond. The stillness feels new, unfamiliar, but good. For years, I gave and gave. Got nothing but manipulation in return. Now I'm free. I take a sip, smiling to myself. Daniel laughed about playing me for a fool, bragged about how dumb I was. He underestimated me, thought I'd never push back. Now he's learning the hard way. I'm not that cousin anymore. The wine's smooth on my tongue. The house silent except for my breathing. Freedom settles in my bones. Warm and steady. I've earned this. My space, my peace, my life. He's out there figuring it out. And I'm here, done playing the fool. For the first time in a long time, I feel